Katina.
That's interesting.
Extraordinary.
All right.
So,
what's up?
Why is it so hard now for people to find rental properties?
That's
Rental.
the question I was going to ask.
Yes.
You know,
Because I have quite a few family members that are looking, and what's happening is they make the money. But you know, with life things happen, they may have filed. They don't even have evictions. They may have filed a bankruptcy.
They just don't
Or
have that credit score.
That,
Yeah.
or they may have done something in their past that's not a violence or anything like that, and you know, they may have a misdemeanor or something. You know, a misdemeanor can fall up under anything. And so, like, I remember when I was younger, when I was looking to rent a home, it was so easy. But now it's like, it's almost to me like you buying a house. They want your credit score. They want to run your background. They want to know who gonna live there. You got to prove your utilities, and if you can put them in your name. And then it's like they want all this money, and they want this high credit score. So I'm like,
they might as well buy.
exactly.
Yeah. So the response, rentals, in my opinion, has always been a challenge. And again, it's because, well, let me just get straight to the point. The problem with rentals today is COVID. We have a lot of properties occupied currently by people who are not paying rent, but at the same time, because of COVID, they cannot be evicted. Or there's a lot of restrictions on evictions, and they're really not happening the way they would. But a lot of people been living rent free all year, so they're not moving. That's why it's a shortage. There are more people wanting to rent and wanting to buy than there are houses that are available. It's a similar problem with buying too. Yep, we're getting multiple offers on a lot of the best houses. We're getting multiple offers on them.
So another question, because there's a lot of scammers out here. How do you know if that person owns that property where they can rent it to you? Because you know, people are desperate out here, and a lot of times they're trusting, and they may think they're renting a house from Yamika Shade, but it's really Katina Willis's house. I done collected the money, and they can't move in. What steps would you give them for a person to prove that this is their home to rent?
The number one question I would ask to that is, where did you find out about this house? Did you find out about it from a person? Did you find out about it online? From a real estate agent? From Craigslist? That is the first question to discovering if you're talking to a legitimate person or not. I would say definitely go through a property management company and a licensed real estate agent. Now, I know there's a lot of people out here too who pretend to be real estate agents. And then, you know, the public don't really know who's real and who's fake. You know, sometimes they could tell who's legit, but not always. Right? Some people hang out with real estate agents, so they know how to pretend very well. But no, I would say this. If you are serious about renting a property, you want to go to a legitimate property management company. And I'm going to give a shout out to my girl, Tyra Nicole. Now, go to a place. Yep, she is in the book.
Empowered the real estate.
Yes. So go to something like Tyra Nicole Properties, right? Go to a company like hers. They would screen you. And then when, you know, they have a property becoming available for rent, that's when you can apply for it. But I would recommend people go to property management companies. Go to people you know are licensed. And that is how you can tell. Don't go to Craigslist. Don't go there. Don't go to Craigslist.
Very good information.
That's where the scammers are, is Craigslist.
I was going to say that, you know.
Let me just elaborate a little bit more. The biggest scam, well, it used to be the biggest scam, is that scammers would take properties that are for sale and listed by a real estate agent, and then they would post it on Craigslist for rent. And then, you know, it could be, and then people wouldn't know the difference. So they would get scammed. I mean, I've even seen or heard of situations where they had a key or changed the locks on the house. So be careful of that.
Very good information. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
What would you suggest to that person who's feeling like they just ready to buy a house because they've been renting for so long, but they just don't have that 580 or higher credit score?
What would I suggest?
Yeah.
Get that credit score up.
What steps would you take first to give them to get it up?
You know, you got to make a decision, right? You got to eliminate something that you're doing. Either you get a online job or find you a great side hustle or side business. And you guys are asking some great questions because I am about to pull something out. But so yeah, you get your really good side hustle or a side job so that you can make more money and get your credit card bills down. You want to get your debt down so that your credit score can go up. That's the only way. You have to make a decision and you have to sacrifice. Period.
And pay things on time.
Exactly.
Definitely never let anything go 30 days late.
Yeah.
If you are serious about buying a house. But I'm so glad you asked that because I really feel like the answer is getting a side hustle, a way to make extra money, right? So can you slide me that box over there, please? I got a little something in there. So, sorry about the wait, y'all. I didn't even share with y'all my book yet. But this book right here, this is my new book, Empowered Through Real Estate, and it's launching in the coming days. So, but this book is all about starting a real estate related business, right? It is, you want to do a close up on the camera? It's about starting a real estate related business, and you want to get that. If you are having difficulty, finding a way to increase your credit score and pay down some debt, definitely consider starting a side business, or I don't really recommend people start side jobs. So I'm going to say a side business because it's more worth your time.
I agree.
But how y'all like the book? Y'all